We're standing on a ridgetop in the beautiful Santa Lucia Preserve above Carmel Valley, California. It is a stunning location where mountains and sea and sky and land all come together in one of the most dramatic conformations I've ever had the privilege of working on. This is a 10-acre site perched on a ridge with very dramatically sloping topography on either side. And in the preserve itself, the acquiescence to the natural environment and the respect for the natural environment is prime. So migrations of natural boar, of animals across the landscape are absolutely a part of what the preserve is, and the low density and the limited availability of sites such that people can't see one another from any given site in the preserve was paramount. We started with the layout that evolved into a fairly classical symmetry, but in which we then played off that symmetry with indoor and outdoor terraces on the view side. We also involved traditional Monterey style architecture, which uses natural local source stone, and with traditions of masonry going back to the Spanish, with natural stucco exteriors, and the roof tiles were brought from Italy out of used barns and buildings so that they had a natural patina and a little bit of the lichen and algae so that this house would appear to be integrated with the landscape and deep into history. We had a wonderful moment when we had envisioned the house as it was in its final form, and we came out with the team on site, and the contractor had staked it out in rope. So this is a house that's probably 150 feet long with a whole series of forms. And it seems so easy in the final form to see a house. You walk up and you say, yes, but of course, but you're on a rolling piece of land on a fairly narrow ridge with the kind of beautiful background you have in front of you. It's fairly hard to necessarily envision that absolutely perfectly. And what we realized in the stakeout with the ropes, and I'll never forget this, in the wonderful spring with the dew still on the grass, of walking through this field with the grass kind of grabbing at your legs and wetting your pants up above your boots, walking around and going into what would be the living room, which is where the central axis of the house is formed, that comes right through, as you can see down the road, from the forecourt through the front door, absolutely through a beautiful three-dimensional vaulted ceiling into a gabled peak living room with a huge arched window that looked right up the valley. And we realized that if we rotated the house about 12 degrees in one direction, that view line would be straight up the valley up to a distant mountain. And that's one of the things that laying out a house like this with that kind of attention to detail, which we don't always get to do, makes it so special, and where all the elements and the pieces come together. Once in a while in an architect's career, you hope for the kind of milestone project that this opportunity presented. It's a combination of people, of place, of opportunity, of client desires and support, and of team. And everything came together in this project to make it one of the most special of our career.